Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry that I'm a little bit late. Today we're going to talk about that Bitcoin is breaking right now a really crucial resistance line that could lead to a major pump to the upside, and I want to show you why most of the traders are absolutely wrong about what's happening right now. Let's go. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Saturday. I almost said Sunday. Guys, I just want to point this out really quickly. I did not get a tattoo here, so that's from yesterday from the Halloween party. I cannot wash it off, at least not rinse. I tried to just rinse it off, but it's still there, so it's from yesterday. Did not get a real one, but my girlfriend thinks it looks sick. So I was like, okay, whatever. I just wait until it goes away when I just shower. I'm not like scrubbing it off. So, but yeah, so nothing happened there. So just about that. So let's jump into the charts here because that's why you're here. So Bitcoin, the Bitcoin CME gap chart. Oh wow, this is disgusting. CME gaps. Currently, no CME gap is here about to form. The current price of Bitcoin on spot is around the same level that we are seeing here, and most likely this will stay like this. So if we get a CME gap, sorry guys, need to sip a little bit hungover from yesterday. Yeah, so if we get a CME gap, it will be, in my opinion, just a small one, and then we're gonna get a nice move on Monday. So maybe something like this, like a $1,000 CME gap, is something that I can see, but not really anything bigger than that. I would be really surprised if Bitcoin decides here over the weekend to go onto a massive run. But there are some altcoins here that I show you by the end of the stream. They're absolutely killing it right now, and that you need to pay attention to. So here on the daily chart, we are above key support. We got nicely a bounce from there, and are trading here in direction into the next resistance of $111,630. What I would like to see here is just sideways chop. So basically what I pointed out over here, this is what I want to see here over the next 2 days, and then next week the move here above higher levels. Hi guys, I see you in the chat. Then here on the 4-hourly chart, here you see already the downward sloping trend line that I just spoke about, that we are currently breaking. So I can make this here a little bit bigger. The only reason why we did not get a massive move here to the upside, an impulse move to the upside, is the 0.786 level, $110,200. I pointed this out also yesterday, that around this level is some resistance. But I'm not really concerned that we are not getting above that. But until tomorrow evening, when CME opens again, I expect that we are going to getting here just a sideways move. Maybe we manage to break above that level. It would be nice to get above that, but it would, again, not really change anything on the CME chart directly. So here, the next major level would be $113,800 to $115,000 approximately on a 4-hourly chart, and then that fair value gap here at $117,000 to $118,500. This will be still filled, guys. Don't be confused that a lot of people calling, oh, it's the end of the bull run, we are not going up again. No, we're gonna go up there for sure, and I'm gonna show you in a moment why. So here on the 200 moving average is currently reclaimed. We got a close above that yesterday, and now we have also a candle moving above that same level. On the daily chart, we are fighting with the 0.382 level on the Fibonacci retracement levels, which is in alignment with the 0.786 level on the hourly chart. So here we basically got that move here to the downside, bouncing back here now into higher levels. Most like, yeah, I see here by Monday a reclaim of this upward sloping trend line. Gonna push above that, pull back, get continuation into higher levels. On the 4-hourly chart with the MDX Algo scalp gradients, here really nice how price action is unfolding here in terms of colorization. We are trading above the daily open. Here to be insanely bullish on this chart, we need a reclaim of the weekly open. So it would be in the cards to get a move to the weekly open, but as you can see, this is like a $5,000 move right now. I don't see that this would be happening in the next 24 hours ish, that we're gonna get here one big pump here into the weekly open. But yeah, if we would get a reclaim of the weekly open, that would immediately open us up here for a move into the golden ratio. Here, based on the MDX algo scalp gradients, what I'm seeing is, first of all, we had $700, we got our take profit, we got here the dot plot, also here we got the divergence, bullish divergence, and now we are just chopping sideways while price action is heating up here with the gradients once again. I just want to remind you, the last time we had something similar was over here. So when you look at this here, let me move this a little bit more into that area here. So you can clearly see here, we got into the purple candle, the same what we are doing right now. Straight afterwards, we started to be pinkish red, started to move it to the upside. And then at some point here, over here, we basically ran into that massive resistance area. So I see something similar happening here, where we are coming up now, running into the 0.5 level, 113,600, pull back from there slightly, and then you get the move into the golden ratio. Now, on the 30 minutes chart, here we get a closer look into the break of this downward sloping trend line, and also a new golden cross that we have just put in. But I'm not sure if this is really a strong golden cross just yet, because we are fighting already again with the 50 moving average to stay above the 50 moving average. So I hope that some of you guys were able to catch the trade that I had given all the way down here, because you would be in nice profits right now. But I want to mention this here again, around these trend lines is where you should either raise your stop losses, here, your stop loss, to your entry, that the trade is absolutely risk-free, or already into profit. So here my stop loss currently would be at $108,700 if I would have taken that trade here. So I would secure some profit no matter what is happening. And then the next trade is from $110,500 approximately to $114,000 based on the 30-minute time frame. But only if we get here in the next 2 hours a nice candle break, a convincing candle break above this downward sloping trend line to break the downwards trending structure. Then on this 30 minutes chart, so here you see that we are currently on this upward sloping trend line. As long as we are holding that trend line, you can technically enter $500 earlier if you are that risk adverse. It depends on your risk appetite. Me personally, I would do that. You know me, guys. I like to take risk. What is life, you know, about when you don't take risk, you know? So it's boring. It's boring. I like the adrenaline, you know. So I need this personally. So I would take this from here when we are breaking this downward sloping trend line here, which is at around $110,100. So I would front run the other setup that I have just shown here. And here the target would be, it's a scalp trade, $111,628 on that scalp trade. So if you want to stay in that trade, you can then of course follow up with the other setups that I've given into higher targets. So, and that's how a scalp trade could turn into a more longer term trade where you actually make also more money, but you need accordingly to trail up then every single time your stop losses. If you want to take trades like this with me together, guys, do this on Weex. My Bitcoin trade, again, full transparency here, is still underwater, but I'm getting closer. You know, I'm getting closer to where I was yesterday in terms of break even. So I'm absolutely fine here with letting this run. And I also want to show you this here. So if I win this trade, or when I win this trade, I'm gonna say it like this, I'm gonna win $40,000 here. So and then this account tripled within less than 2 weeks if I manage to do this in the upcoming week. So if you want to trade with me, guys, do it on Weex. There's a link in the description. You get up to $30,000 in sign-up bonuses, plus you get immediately $400 credited just for binding your phone and your email address and downloading the app. And if you deposit $500, you get access to my Telegram group and another $400 airdropped into your Weex account. So here, this is the Telegram group also for people that are already in there. I'm gonna drop another trade just right after the stream or over the course of this evening, my evening. So that means like in the next 2-3 hours max, you know. So I have some other stuff to do, maybe straight after the stream. I have to check, but I gonna be definitely gonna drop a new trade here. So and again, guys, if you want to be part of that group, you need a Weex account. Deposit $500 and follow all the steps that are in the description of this video. If you cannot message me on Telegram or my team, send me a message on Twitter or write an email to info@amcrypto.us. That's what you have to do there. Then on the liquidation levels here, we have taken out more liquidity below us. Now we are building short over-leveraged short liquidity just above us. So here, that is something that I can see happening. Potentially, yeah, tomorrow, that we're gonna get here a nice move to the upside because price action is currently compressing here. Look at this. We have here a bullish pennant, and when that bullish pennant breaks out, and that can break out in the next 6 hours to the upside with a retest into the 50 moving average, that could lead to a spike just above the 50 to $113,000 with a rejection, then again sideways chop, and then continuation next week into higher levels. So that move here would be just a liquidity grab that would get us straight back down, in my opinion. So, but we can take advantage of that and make some money on the way up. Let me see here. Yeah, thank you. I see the comment. You know, they always try to give you different views. Yeah, different time frames, different outlooks. You know, but they're all tying together. Now, on the liquidation heat map here, I actually want to adjust something to get a better look. So there. Now, on a 2-week chart, here you see now why I favor a move to the upside. Let me see here. This is now a little bit strange. Let me maybe adjust this a little bit more. Need to find a sweet spot here. I might have just changed a little bit earlier. Let me see here. Maybe on a weekly chart. No. Not gonna getting this the way that I wanted this, but it's fine. So getting my point across here. So here on the liquidation heat map, you can clearly see the lowest hanging fruit right now for a market maker would to push the price to $110,700. There are currently $123 million in short liquidation sitting there. So that is really easy to push it up there. And then it goes all the way up here to $117,000. At $117,000, let me maybe move it to a monthly. Is this a little bit clearer? No. Yeah, so I just leave it on a 2-weekly one. At $117,000, when we have taken out that liquidity, there is still liquidity above us, but I think from there we're gonna get a pullback. And now some people calling for a pullback will get us all the way down to like $100,000. I don't think so. This is what I mean. Oh yeah, does it cut out again? Oh no, it has something to do with the internet here, you know. So I hope it's not all the time, and it's hopefully only you, Josh. I hope it's only you. Guys, let me know in the chat. Is the audio cutting out? I want to know. I'm gonna spend here now a minute to see what's coming through the chat. So let me know in the chat quick. Audio okay or cutting out? Okay, Josh, it's your internet. Sorry for that. So again, so that's why I said in the title 95% of traders are wrong. They think we go to $117,000, gonna break all the support that we built on the way up, and then go here sub $100,000. I don't think so that this is going that this is what's going to happen here. Now, when we're moving on and looking at the Bitcoin dominance, so here exactly what I like to see, we start to see rejection in the rising wedge pattern where we create here wicks, and the wicks getting here, we are moving down. You know, you can here now clearly establish a downwards trend, and by tomorrow or after tomorrow, I expect a break to the downside, and that break here will get us that move here to the downside. Now, when we're looking at the total free market cap, nothing has really changed here. We are going a little bit sideways around the $1 trillion level. Here also, by tomorrow, we should get a nice move, continuation move to the upside based on the candlestick patterns. The yeah, we need to wait tomorrow's candle to be sure. But yeah, if tomorrow's candle goes here up, then we have a continuation pattern for more upside, and the triple bottom here would be 100% confirmed. Now, with Ethereum, so you see I changed here the chart layout. On Ethereum on the 4-hourly chart, we are here currently in this trading range from $3,660 all the way up here to $4,278. That is the current trading range. Here, I have a new trade setup for you guys from $3,900 approximately in a range up to $3,950. That's your entry range for that trade setup, because this is also at the same time the mid-range. If we reclaim the mid-range, if you are here for a little bit already on this channel, you know when we are reclaiming mid-range, let me make this, let me get this again. Here, confirm mid-range reclaimed, we move to the upside every single time. How do I know that? Because you only need to look in the past. Here, mid-range reclaim, boom, we go up. Mid-range, boom, we go up. Mid-range, boom, we try to go up. Then Bitcoin came in the way and slammed us down. So at every single time when we are above mid-range, you get a pump to the upside. So here, this time, I believe that we are going straight to $4,300 and getting the rejection from there based on the VPVR that I have shown you yesterday. Solana, old chart layout, actually pretty old one that I wanted to show you guys here, because I actually wanted to look for the clip, but I had no time. Remember 3 months now ago, I told you guys we are having here this bump and run pattern on Solana, and I screamed at you guys and said, get in here at the throwback, and also here, I said also here, get in, and then let it run to the upside into these targets here, $237, $270. So, but yeah, 270 we did not reach. But look here, that fractal that I laid over the price played out perfectly, really, really beautiful. Now I'm telling you, when we are breaking this downward sloping trend line for Solana, we will reach the target of $270. So if you are still in that overall setup and basically round tripped here a little bit with that wick here from that crazy Friday, just let it run. Let it run. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, so if you're looking for an entry into a new Solana setup, either $180 if we are touching that, so but there is the possibility that we come down here, or the $190 level, because there is a horizontal resistance. I want to show you quick. There. And I want to make this a different color to get a little bit clearer. So there. So these are the two levels where you're looking for a Solana trade. And if you want a more shorter term trade, then just take here along these lines, profit 208, 212, then here 236, 269. These are the levels that I would be looking out for. So now let's talk about some other coins. Hyperliquid. Okay, great. So Hyperliquid, currently in a falling wedge pattern. We fell out of that trading range here that we had. So this is now a deviation, in my opinion. Now the falling wedge pattern looks like that we're going to get a violent breakout out of that based on the indicators that you can see down here. The MACD is about to turn around. The RSI is going sideways but tries to turn up here, and the stochastic is doing the same thing, is also just going sideways and intertwining. So I can pull that up here quick. So there you see that same thing. And so here, if you are looking for an, so first of all, if you are still in that trade all the way down here from $40, you're fine. I will not do anything. And if you are looking for a new entry, the new entry would be, and this is, along that downward sloping trend line into $51.56. So now let's talk about Dash. Dash is one of the crazy runners today, and I had a look on the weekly chart because I was interested. I was like, what's going on with Dash that we are pumping like this? So, and it is of course another privacy coin. So, and we broke here on the daily chart a well-established reaccumulation range that we are currently breaking out of. And we are not done. We are not done yet. And let me show you why. For that, I go to the weekly chart and look at this here. Resistance Here we did not even reach that level. Now we tested this weekly resistance again. And now I want to show you what's happening when we break above that resistance. So if we can manage to break above this, we could see a crazy, crazy run in Dash. And the next level would be here, $139, almost a 100% move to the upside. So, and I want to show you this here at the same time with the Fibonacci extensions. Pulled them the wrong way. Yeah, that low. So it would be here even higher. So based on the Fibonacci extensions, it would be the 2.618. Wait, where's the 1 point? Okay, that's why I was like, here's something wrong. 1.618. Okay, so $112 would be the first target, but then $169. And in between the sweet spot is like the $140 mark. So I believe if we are breaking above $75 by tomorrow, most likely, to get a crazy weekly close here on that candle, and breaking above that, the next weekly candle will pump straight to 112, maybe straight to $140. So I'm getting ready to take here a trade, and I'm not waiting for that weekly close above the $75 level. So I'm looking for an entry here on the 4-hourly chart. And in the absolute worst case, so if we are starting to pull back here, because that starts to look like a shooting star, current price level, let's see, a pullback, we could see like a 10-15% pullback. Wherever I see that pullback stopping, because we ran now a little bit out of gas here to pump straight further into higher levels, wherever I see that stopping, I'm going to find on the 15-minute chart an entry for me. So, but now we are pulling back, and yeah, so if I would look here, maybe $65 might be the entry. So that's like an 8% move to the downside, 7% actually, 7% to the downside. That might be my entry level, where I start laddering in, and I'm gonna ladder then here further down, all the way down into the golden ratio. The next one is Zcash. Zcash, guys, did I not tell you when we break $361, the next target is $475? We got already today really, really close. So I hope from here, when I called it at $348 and said get in, that some of you guys are still in it and letting it run to the upside, you know. So, or if you are really, really, really crazy, you still are holding from $221 when I called that, and that was literally 2 weeks ago. So crazy. In 2 weeks, we ran here over 100% on Zcash. So here, currently, you can try to chase this move here, the continuation. I wish I would have done this earlier today. I had so much time to do it, and I was just too hungover. So if you really want to try to find an entry, then it's now. The entry is right now on Zcash. Yeah, this as long as, and you're gonna have a tight stop loss. So this is the enter block where you want to enter, but just below that is the stop loss. So here, current price $475 is your target. That's a 15% move. Zcash can do that today or tomorrow easily, and your stop loss is slightly below that box here. So you have a 3% stop loss against a 15% move to the upside. That is absolutely fine, you know, to take a trade like that and risking that. So, and if you want to play it really, really safe, you just wait for that downward sloping trend line to break here at $418. So then, of course, you need to raise your entry a little bit, $418. Risk reward ratio is still fine. Almost a 1-to-3. Not perfect, but still fine to take that trade here. You would still make 13.5% on that setup here. So, and the 15-minute chart looks like it wants to go. You know, here, RSI, bullish divergence, MACD about to flip bullish, stochastic also bullish. Let me just show you. Oh, what happened here now? There also buy signal wants to go up. So this looks like another runner to me. Guys, I'm here 25 minutes. That's again long enough. Enough charts for everyone. Thank you so much for everybody that was here. Tomorrow, maybe, so just stick around here for another second. Maybe tomorrow. I definitely gonna try to do it this week. No, not tomorrow. Monday is when I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I have so much stuff to do, but I'm gonna try to establish that. I will try to make 2 streams again. One where we focus mainly on altcoins and trade it together. That will be the longer form stream that we're gonna do. And then a shorter one where I only do Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I'm gonna try. I cannot promise. I have a shit ton of work to do. But if I manage to do that, to organize my work shit, you know, so then there will be 2 streams again. Right now it's crazy for me, you know, so I don't know where to start and when to stop. You know, I'm up here every single day, like 3, 4 in the morning, and then basically get up at 10 again and rinse and repeat the whole process. So you have no idea what's going on here behind the scenes. So let me actually know in the comments if you want to see like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You know, I can film a lot of that if you want, but it will be on Instagram mainly. You know, on Instagram and on TikTok is where I'm gonna post that. So on Instagram, crypto 2_Alex is my profile, over 360,000 followers there, or AMCrypto official with 283 followers right now. So I would rather have you following me on the smaller profile to grow that than the other one, you know. So but yeah, so let me know in the comments if you want more behind the scenes stuff, what I'm actually doing all the time, and then I'm gonna post it there. But yeah, like this, yeah. That's it for today, guys. Thanks so much. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you see you then again.